I think so. Is the battery... Okay, we're back on.
I don't know, man.
Let's just run it back. Let's just start over.
No.
No, I don't know. I don't know where it cut
We had
off.
a good flow going.
I have no idea where it cut off.
We don't know where it cut off.
All right, just get back in.
Okay. Welcome back again, Media Junkies. You might be confused by the again part, but it's because we just started again because this mixer.
Stupid mixer.
I think that he's like just having problems.
He's not doing something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He did this a couple episodes ago, and the last episode he's perfectly fine.
But,
Interesting.
I mean, all we were talking about before this was about Austin's college experience, just some
Being
parking
stupid
things.
and dumb.
Basically, what I said is I can park at the visitor parking and just pay for it for a little few bucks instead of walking so far to my actual parking lot.
Which is a good
Depending if he
solution.
stays until 8, he doesn't have to pay at all.
Yeah, you see, these are good things for me to keep in mind when I go to Kent. We
Yes.
basically just speed ran that conversation, and now we're into small talk. Let me think if I have any small talk. I was thinking of the Jeopardy thing. I started and thank you for reminding me, Hunter. I started season 2 of Invincible finally. Really, really good so far. Still just as good as the first season. I really don't have many complaints about it at all. It's very rare that it is a thing like this where there's just so little wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like all 3 seasons are a chef's kiss. Season 2 is just like, it's the weaker season, but even though it's weaker, it's still
slower.
not
I agree.
bad.
It is a lot slower. I think that the advantage that season 1 had was that the overall story it told was a lot. It was very contained within the season, and I think it did a good job of like pacing that. Season 2 tells haven't even figured out what story it's telling. It's telling a lot of different
It's
individual
building
stories.
up.
Yeah, I'm sure it's building up to something. I haven't finished. I'm like right at the tail end of episode 6. I was watching it before we started.
Well, like
this.
season 2 is like the first season where they actually start like building towards like the actual greater story of like what's gonna happen.
Yeah, which is interesting because I thought that like before seeing the show, like all of this, seeing like Think Mark and stuff, I thought that, like the Omni-Man was like the main like
character.
Like yeah, that was the main character. I thought that like he was like what the whole show was about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I mean,
yeah,
it
that was
is.
interesting. But I mean, I wouldn't prefer it if it was that way. I think that the way it's doing this is excellent, and looking forward to. I mean, when I get to season 3, it'll probably be more topical to talk about because that was recent. And people are thinking about that more, but season 2 is good. I really want to read the comics. I've been talking about that a little bit too.
Yeah.
But overall, good experience. Good show. I'm excited to finish it up.
Good. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh yeah, and the Adam Eve special also I thought was really, really good.
It is really good.
I thought it told a great. I was like, I think what I said to Hunter was like, how can this story that's contained in 50 minutes of a greater show be more emotional than most every other like Marvel movie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I said that like most Marvel movies, like there's some emotional parts, but like it's less emotional to like make you in the feels than to, like,
Yeah.
oh, this character had sad.
Oh. That was really close. I was like, yeah. I think with Marvel too, like there's a lot of like concepts that like
Yeah.
I like.
I feel like
they want to build upon, you know.
Yeah, they try less of like showing you that superheroing is a difficult thing to
Yeah.
do, and there's
doing
there's a
superhero.
dark side to being superheroes. They're always making superheroes like, oh, they're so big and
Yeah.
they're cool.
Exactly.
Like the only
and again, I like Marvel. Like I'm not saying that I hate Marvel or anything like that, but like I don't know. I've just fallen out of it. It just is it's growing kind of stale.
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
only superhero that I think recently that I've seen that like actually like is Tom Holland's Spider-Man with the whole like when he killed Mysterio or he beat up Mysterio.
Yeah, that was interesting. You know, those moral quandaries. We need more of those. Careful.
What?
You're touching your mic. I got nervous. Don't touch your mic. Don't touch your microphone. I was complaining because the last episode had really awful mic sounds, and I was listening to it on the way here, and we were like we cannot touch our mic. You're hearing tippy taps, but like when there's like creaking and popping through like the first, and I was like,
It's
I
really
didn't even
bad.
realize we're doing it. Like I don't know.
So we're gonna try and do better of
Yeah.
not
We
touching our
won't.
mics.
I wish that we had like the headphones we had were like too. I wish we had better headphones.
Yeah.
I think if we had like good headphones, we could like hear
Right.
like what the.
Yeah, they kind of
dealio
hurt
is.
my ears though. After
Yeah.
taking them off.
Yeah, and they weren't really like noise canceling, so I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have any other small talk
What
necessarily.
about you,
Better
Hunter?
not.
Any small talk?
Not really. I've been playing
No.
Minecraft.
I've never heard of that. You.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I've watched all the seasons, but I said that last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here, honestly. I mean, I've just been like really busy with school. I have a ton of freaking work to do.
Oh.
But I've also been kind of procrastinating all that and playing games on my PC too.
Yeah,
so,
I know. You just had a new
Look at
PC, so it's like,
you.
Yeah.
it's like
I'm
you got a
so
new
proud of
PC,
you.
so like you really do have an excuse for not doing your work.
Very true.
Just tell your professors.
I got a new PC.
That
Yeah,
I don't
and-
care about
It's
your work.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
You
and
should
I think
tell
that if you
them-
gave it a try, you'd see that
Yes.
I'm not.
You
that's
should
not
say to
gonna
their
work.
face. You should say, I don't care about your work.
Mhm.
I've been playing my video games on my PC,
Pokemon.
and you should leave me alone
Right.
and not give me any
Yes.
more
All
work
right,
anymore.
so yeah, just that's your
course.
homework. Just let us know how that goes.
Yeah.
But other than that, no small talk.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
don't think
he's
so.
paying for the classes, so it's like,
Yeah,
Very true.
And he
yeah.
paid more for the PC, probably. Well, I don't know about that.
No.
probably not. I forgot how
No.
expensive college is.
Yeah.
Even though I'm going there very soon.
huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, fictional characters award show. Okay, so like imagine like
What?
we're three like
Media
people,
junkies.
right? Like we're giving a show or not a show. Like we're on stage giving awards, and the audience is full of every single fictional character ever.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And each of us has to nominate one character for the award, and then at the end we deliberate and decide who is the best candidate for the award.
Okay. So kind of like media awards a little bit, except
but-
like
but
characters.
with characters and different, like I think it'll spawn different discussion.
Right,
I actually
okay.
didn't even think about that when I made this.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yeah,
okay.
maybe it could be in a playlist with the other one on the channel.
Okay. All right. So you have different categories.
I do.
Okay.
I have a lot. I feel like sometimes we don't. Our topics aren't big enough, so I put a lot in here.
Okay, that's
just
good.
I think that having more is better than not
Especially
having
because
enough.
we have like no small talk
Yeah, this is
today.
gonna
Yeah,
suck
right.
for me
Why is that?
because there's so many characters that I have to think about now that
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
have time to. Think
I think it'll
about
make
before.
sense when you get the
Yeah, I mean
category.
it's pretty basic. Like there's one that I'm sure that you'll be able to figure out a character for.
Yeah.
But the
No.
first category we have here is most likable.
Ooh.
All right, so
Oh.
pick a
geez.
character that's very likable.
See,
and we can think about it.
this is a hard one for me because the characters I like are always the ones that are very unlikable.
Exactly.
So,
I suppose not likable in terms of like that you like them. Likable in terms of like that they like if you were in the universe,
you
then,
would like
then
them.
you would like them. Like
like good people.
like the one I'm putting out is SpongeBob, right? Like,
SpongeBob,
A lot of
okay.
people
I
like
feel
him.
like he's hated. I think it's like he's hated.
Yeah, a lot of
by
people don't like SpongeBob.
Well,
Have you
yeah,
watched SpongeBob?
but most people like
Yeah.
people watching the show like no one really has a problem with SpongeBob,
Right.
or else you wouldn't really watch
Well,
the show.
But you said that people in the like people in verse like
Yeah.
him, or just like in
No,
the
okay,
in the
I
world,
know
in
how to
our
explain
in our
it, but,
world,
like
him.
like if you met that like you want to meet this character in real life. I mean like they seem like a good guy. Like I really want to hang out with
Yeah.
them. Like I can
Morally good.
I can think of a
and-
better one. Like just think of like Art from Invincible. Like he's just a chill guy, just has
Right.
good conversation.
Art
Yeah.
the clown.
You know, maybe it'd be better than SpongeBob. I don't know, but I already said SpongeBob, so
Oh, it's so
okay.
difficult.
Likeable. Let's see here.
I have so many anime characters. To think
yeah.
about.
And if it's a character we don't know, please explain because I want to learn new characters.
Loki.
No, he's not a very likable character. I guess he kind of is.
No, not Loki.
No.
Like
Saying-
low
Oh.
key.
Yeah.
I was wondering why you said it so weird.
No.
Low key.
Son of a.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
this is a hard category.
category.
There's so many like.
Yeah, I picked a hard one first, but it's okay.
I think I'm just gonna go with Goku.
Goku.
Okay,
Okay,
that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
That actually is a good one. Goku.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, I might be throwing this character in here too early, but I'm gonna go with Arthur Morgan because he. Now I'm gonna explain why he's a likable character. So, the start of the game, he is a very bad person.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, he's in a gang. He kills people. He doesn't have much remorse for it. But
very
by the
likable.
end of the game, it's always funny because you'll see people starting the game and they're like, indifferent to Arthur, and he's like not like, he's just who you're playing as. By the end of the game, when something happens to Arthur, it is always very
I got
emotional
TV.
for the
Interesting.
person playing the game because he's built very he's written very well to where you grow a lot of sympathy
That's
for him
cool.
by the end
That's
of it.
that's very hard to pull off.
Right, it is.
I got TB.
Because in actuality, I mean, not a lot about Arthur really changes. Like, he's still in a gang. He's still, the only thing that really cares about, or that really changes about his inner turmoil and about who he is that he cares about the things that
That's
he
cool.
does.
That actually is. That's a very like.
Yeah.
a good trait. Like, I was thinking about like Rexplode like recently. Like I would just watch an episode where he kind of sort of redeemed himself.
Yeah, I can't say
And,
Rexplode because
and
there's
I do like him
stuff.
more now. Like I used to despise him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I thought there was no way to ever redeem himself. I'm starting to really come around on him.
I would say Rexplode for mine, but I can't because you haven't
Well, yeah.
gotten to more of the
I mean, yeah,
show.
that's a specific, suggestion. But
Yeah.
we might have a few Invincible characters on here because it's just fresh in our minds. But,
But yeah, I'm gonna throw.
okay,
Arthur in
I think
there.
Arthur Morgan's a good one.
But
I
which
definitely think I like him more than SpongeBob. Like just from what I don't know everything about Arthur Morgan. But the clips I've seen, obviously I get the general gist of his character.
But now,
Hey, it's me, Goku.
I'll say
Oh, yeah.
if we're going off of likability, which is the category, I do think Goku probably pulls it
I
off.
agree. Well, yeah, because Goku's just like the general like just
He's like the embodiment of good.
yeah
Like,
Yeah,
he always
well,
has to do good. Like
He was technically the embodiment of evil, kind of, because
well,
he was
Goku
supposed
Black
to be bad.
is a different character.
Yeah, I know.
But
Well, I'm saying he was meant to be evil, and then he
Right.
hit his
Yeah,
he
I
hit his
watched that
head.
show too.
He hit his head. Then he went, "Okay, I'm good now."
yeah, so
That's interesting.
which I mean might make him even more so good because
Yeah.
it's his inherent nature to be bad. So,
But he's good because that's how he was.
Right.
Like that's how he was raised.
All right, so yeah. So congratulations, Goku.
Imagine
I
it
think
wasn't.
it goes to Goku.
Imagine if Gohan didn't pick him up.
Okay, yeah. So just like
Yeah.
I want the audience to really just like immerse themselves. Just imagine us three standing in like actually happening, right? And Goku comes up
and the
like,
award goes
yeah,
to
exactly.
Goku.
Goku!
Yeah,
And Goku comes up and he's like, "Wow, thank you so much."
Yeah, and it's like haha, like
yeah.
the scratch behind his neck. The anime, very anime.
Wow, I can't believe
Yeah.
this award's going to me.
Hadouken.
No,
That's the
that's
wrong one.
Kamehameha.
You know,
You know, Kame means
That's
like
why, that's how you know I haven't
turtle
watched the show
beam?
in a while.
like it's like turtle beam or something.
You know, I
Yeah.
think a funny twist on this is that instead of just like giving the awards to these characters, one of us has to actually act as if the character is going on stage
No,
and like, play that
we're not
character.
doing that.
That would be so good.
We have to be actors.
Yeah, that would be so good. I want to know what these characters would
Yeah,
react.
that is true. Okay, we can like spitball.
Yeah,
We-
yeah.
Okay, but
He's
okay,
just
so
like-
I'm gonna write down Goku.
He's
for-
really nervous for like because Chi-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
He told Chi-Chi that he had to go save the world or something like that. And
And
he's
he
at this
actually-
award show.
Yeah.
I think that what's funny about this too is that like it's every fictional character ever. So those ones that we don't know, they're just sitting there like, what's not fair?
Yeah, yeah.
These three guys
I know,
get
yeah.
to choose.
I don't know why that reminds me of the one episode where he's in like he's fighting for money or whatever, and Chi-Chi comes in and she's like, "Goku, what are you doing?" And he runs away,
Yeah.
and with his tractor in his hand, flying
Yeah.
away.
I'm just imagining what that looks like in my head.
It's so
all right. Now
funny.
here's one thing you might be better at, Hunter. We're on the opposite. Most hateable character.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Next category. Most hateable character.
Yes.
Imagine getting the reward, like an award for being the most hateable.
Thanks, I guess.
yeah.
Ooh.
Hunter.
So I
You
feel
can't
like I
think of
know
one?
I know who Hunter's is gonna be. I feel like.
Yeah, me too. Come on.
You don't know Hunter.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about her.
I don't want to.
Umbridge.
Yeah, you've been just like a non-stop. Like,
I was thinking more of like anime characters. I don't know why. Even though fictional characters can include like
Any
Umbridge or something like
fiction,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't.
What about you, Luke?
I don't know. This is actually harder for me than likable characters. I didn't think about this very hard.
Good. I have one.
What is yours?
Who's yours?
Who are you nominating?
No, he's pretty hateable, but I have one that's more hateable. Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I didn't really think about
I'll
that.
explain who this is.
that guy?
So he
Okay.
is a young man, probably like
Don't like him already.
yeah. So but basically, he is made king of King's Landing, which is like a huge kingdom. And he's basically the worst person ever. He becomes king because his mom murders the actual king, her husband. And he essentially kind of just like lives on terrorizing people. Like there are a bunch of I don't want to get too much into it because it's kind of NSFW, but there are a bunch of women that he doesn't treat too well.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's pretty hateable.
He kind of, and not only there's a difference between just being like evil and being hateable. He's not just inherently like evil, and that's not all why I hate him. He's also very cowardly and just scummy, and he shies away. He acts like a big tough guy, but when it actually comes down to it, like his uncle is like a
Uncle
not
Ira.
Why am I stumbling on the word, like a dwarf, but like
Uncle Ira.
what's the word, like a little person, right? But there's a word for them in the show, but I can't remember.
I have no knowledge of it.
But
Dinklages.
he's basically like not intimidating to really anybody,
right.
But he intimidates Joffrey and kind of like pushes him around and manipulates him, and it's like
that is interesting.
Joffrey
Sounds like a pretty hateable guy.
Joffrey's
And his name is Joffrey.
Yeah.
Not even like Jeffrey.
He's very incompetent. And keep in mind, this character is so hated by the audience and by everybody that the actor no longer acts anymore.
Really?
He quit acting after the
that's
show.
So wow, that's like
yeah.
The one I was gonna nominate was Toby from The Office.
Really? Okay, that's an interesting one.
Because
I mean, he's hateable, but like
is he that
up against
hateable?
Umbridge and up against
I know that's what
Joffrey
I'm saying,
is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
This really weird guy.
I mean, I think this is definitely more of like a personal thing for me, but like just like the way that he acts and like I guess like there are some times where I was like, I think Michael treats him very unfairly, but like the way he acts around like Pam, and like just like he's very like slimy, you know,
He's
like
really
that's the best
weird.
word I can think to describe.
Like
it.
If we're going off of Michael's opinion, he would be most hateable.
That is true, but yeah.
like also, what's the one episode, like the last episode? Oh, I can't talk about that. God dang it.
Yeah.
What, last episode of The Office?
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about because I just watched it with you.
Yeah, I know.
I already
He's so
know what happens though.
Oh,
he's
I haven't gotten
so
that far,
weird.
but
How far are you in it?
Wait, what do you think?
I don't
happened?
remember. I haven't watched
What
it. in a while.
happens?
I know there's like a reunion and that they all come together. And
Yeah.
Well, what I was talking about, he knows. It's just really weird.
Yeah.
What does
Well, I
he
mean, I
do?
don't think
Just
I
tell
answered
me,
that,
what
but
does
He
he
talks to Pam about like how not all marriages work out.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I'm
well,
like,
I know when Pam and Jim got together that he said something like, well, you know, maybe it doesn't always work out. Something like that.
Yeah.
he
Something
said he says something. He says something like
Yeah,
that, like
well,
at
that and, like,
Dwight's wedding.
Yeah.
The thing that
To Pam,
always
like-
stuck out in my mind, like the moment I always remember that making me like so uncomfortable every time I think about it is when like Pam is upset, like Jim's comforting her, like Toby's next to her, and he like puts his hand on her leg and like that's like rubbing like trying to, like,
Yeah,
comfort,
he's
but
really
it's,
weird.
like I hate that, like that makes
Like,
me so upset.
I hate him, but like I can't hate him as much as I hate Umbridge.
Yeah, I know.
Like there's just something about Umbridge.
I
that
think we all definitely have
burns.
personal grievances against our own.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a flawed selection here because the only one that we can really determine is Umbridge because I guess Toby too.
I mean,
but
from
because
from what you said about him,
you
I feel like I hate him.
But
I feel like I hate him more.
If taking ourselves out of it, looking at it objectively, like the characters themselves, I definitely think that Jeffrey or
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Yeah, Joffrey again.
I mean, because Umbridge, she was like a tyrant, like a really bad tyrant. But yours is like
I can promise you that Joffrey does way more.
and Toby's not even a tyrant.
That's what I'm saying.
at all.
He's a tyrant, and he does bad things to people.
Yeah.
Like
I
inappropriate
definitely
things.
disagree with a lot more things.
So I would probably say Joffrey.
At least
Joffrey.
Umbridge had some kind of like twisted view that she thought was good for people. Joffrey knows what he's doing is not good.
Yeah,
he
that's
loves
almost
doing
even
it.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so how do you spell that name?
Joffrey.
So it's literally Jeffrey without
Joffrey.
E.
No, I thought it'd be like GEO, but it's literally just Joffrey.
Yeah.
It's Jeffrey without the E.
See, every little thing about him, I just...
Yeah, I just hate it.
Dumb.
All right, this is one of my favorite ones. Most unnecessary screen time.
Oh!
Most unnecessary screen time.
Crap! No!
So like a character that has so much screen time that it's annoying.
You just like don't like them at all, like, or just like they don't feel like they deserve as much screen time.
Amber.
Amber.
Interesting. Oh, this is a weird one.
I know,
Okay.
but I think it's like I always
you
hear.
have somebody that
No. I mean, I'll think
I
about
know.
it, I'm sure, but like.
I was thinking. Shia Poof.
Who's that?
From Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Probably like my least favorite. Actually, I think I hate him more than I hate Umbridge.
Really?
I probably should have put him as Umbridge. Basically, what he is he's one of the royal guards for the Ant King in Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
And he's just really annoying. Like, he thinks he's so much better than everybody. Like, the king has this like one girl that he likes because he's never been able to beat her in this game called Gungi.
Okay.
And
The Lord.
like since he's not winning against her, like he's constantly trying to win. So like his like whole thing was trying to beat everybody in like that's like good at something. He was trying to beat them all.
And has nothing to do with the plot at all.
No, it kind of does because he's trying to become the best at everything. But Shia Poof tries to kill her multiple times. And he just like acts like he's there to do everything. It's like, get him off the screen. I do not like him.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. For some reason, like I keep thinking of like real people.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking of like Nikocado Avocado.
He has
like,
so much unnecessary
really-
screen time.
Yeah, he really does, dude.
Yeah.
What even happened to him
Not
recently?
anymore,
I haven't
but yeah,
seen anything about him in like forever.
I gotta think like. There's so many things I've seen and watched and read.
Yeah,
And screen time can also be like a book. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it doesn't have to be like it's like screen time is like the term.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to think of. I don't know. There's got to be a good one that I've seen.
I mean, I feel like I've always had arguments in the past where I'm always like, oh, that character has way too much screen time. But now, like, I can't remember.
Right.
I gotta think.
Let me. I'm gonna like.
That's okay, yeah. Do some research.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Also-
some research so my brain starts working.
Uh-huh.
Like he's a butterfly guy. He has like butterfly wings, and he's just really annoying.
Yeah.
He acts like he
That
like,
is a big
like he acts like
no-no.
he's so much better than he actually is.
Yeah, I'm
but
trying to
he's,
think of
like,
characters like that.
so
Like, I just
weak.
didn't, like... That I was like, alright, like... Or, okay, think about it like a character who's, like, arc resolved, but then they still, like, kept being relevant. Like maybe something like that, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
He's never been like the thing that annoys me. He was never resolved either. Like he like nothing about him. I can like feel like he should be here. I feel like if he just didn't exist, I feel like it'd just be better.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, I cannot think of one.
I have...
bad.
Ooh. I have one, but it's a little obscure.
Okay, go
Who?
for it.
It's from Paper Mario.
Okay.
I
haven't been thinking about games.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been thinking about games either. Dang it.
There's like, I mean, I don't know.
Mosquitoes.
I don't have anything against this character, but like they just have so much dialogue that I don't care about.
Yeah.
It's Goombario,
Goombario.
and he's like your helper in the first game, but he just like you always have to have him out because he always like explains things, and like he's just the over explainer character, right? And I guess you don't have to talk to him, but like
yeah.
I don't know. I've always had that kind of gripe, but that was kind of what I was thinking of when I made this category.
Yeah.
What about mosquitoes?
You know who had too much screen time?
Who's that?
Mosquitoes.
Adolf Hitler.
Okay, bro.
He had way too much screen
He
time.
did, yeah.
Yeah, he took him. He had so much screen time. He took himself off the screen.
Yeah.
He quit the show.
I don't know. This is such a hard one because
It is. I thought it'd be easier.
Mosquitoes.
mosquitoes just in general.
They do not need screen time. God, I hate mosquitoes.
I might just have to forfeit. I can't.
Oh,
I can't
dude.
think of one.
All right, then I guess it goes to Hunter because
Yeah.
mine was.
What was your character's name?
Shia Poof.
Shia Poof. Okay.
I'm gonna spell that.
Shia
S H I A I A P O U F. I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
Just like for the record, everybody in the audience, all you fictional characters out there, this doesn't mean that you're not all unnecessary screen time.
yeah.
It just means that we can't think of anything.
Yes. Okay.
Spell-
Oh, I spelled it correctly.
Well, I
Nice.
spelled it correctly technically. 'Cause I
Okay.
told you.
Okay. Here's the opposite. Most underused character. This might be even harder.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Most underused
Wow,
character.
Hunter has a lot more than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Like underutilized.
Underutilized.
We do some more research.
Ooh,
Not
I
going
got
anywhere.
one.
Go for it.
I mean, this will obviously change in the future, but I think that Hornet from Hollow Knight.
I was
Well,
thinking
I've-
of her in the last one, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense. She has too little screen
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, she doesn't have any screen time.
Well, that's the next
Well, to
category.
be fair, the next game it's gonna be all. It's
That's what I
mostly gonna be
mean. But
about
like,
her.
but I think as it stands right now,
who do I like? Who needs more screen time?
Well, just think of like a character that you're like, man, I wish I could see more of that. I
Yeah,
want to know
right.
more about them.
Yeah, I know.
we're like,
but,
oh, we.
What?
There's one. Remember, you were like, oh, I want to do a spin-off episode about this character.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cecil.
Yeah.
Yes, Cecil needs more screen time.
Yes.
And he needs to he needs his own
Listen,
thing.
before watching season 2, I would have said Donald, but
He gets some
He
good.
gets-
He
screen
gets
time.
he gets a lot of screen
dude,
time
I
this
like
season.
it. I'm really digging his
Wait,
his
wait.
subplot.
What was the thing again this time?
Oh, most underused. Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't have enough screen time?
Well, Cecil's. I feel like he's used a lot, but like he's like there's so much more they can do.
Yeah,
with
it's
him.
just underused, right? So like he's
Like,
there, but
I want a full episode just about Cecil's backstory in just about Cecil because he's such a good character.
yes. You know what's funny is that when I can't think of one, I look over at Hunter's shelf of movies. Like, I wonder if maybe any of those have
If there's anything in there.
Maybe
So that's two.
the
for
Mummy
me.
from
Okay,
Hotel
you know what?
Transylvania.
You know what? I'm gonna do a crazy one here, which
Okay.
it might seem weird when I first say it, but I'm gonna say Omni-Man.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
not for season 1. This is specifically season 2 and 3. Omni-Man. Omni-Man has more screen time in season 2, but in season 3, I won't get too much into it because you haven't seen it. But he has very little screen time.
Right.
So I'm gonna just give it to Omni-Man because I can't think of anyone else.
We
I'm
can't
sure
give
this-
it. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna nominate Omni-Man. Omni-Man.
decide
My
without-
nomination is given to you.
Okay, so the two invincible characters. What did I say? Hornet from Hollow Knight.
Hornet from Hollow
Which
Knight.
is like this is all like present day. So like,
Well, she
obviously-
will get a lot more screen
will,
time.
obviously,
in
but,
I mean,
like-
she's getting a whole game, isn't
Yeah.
she?
But like,
Yeah.
imagine this is a world where a Silk song was never like even
Right.
a thing.
God.
Just talking about Hollow Knight.
Imagine how
Yeah.
bad that would be for people. Silk
Wrong.
Song didn't exist.
Right? Yeah.
So
Yeah, I saw a thing on April Fools where GTA 6 was like, yeah, we're actually gonna like the game's finished. We just want to like do some touch ups. So we're gonna postpone it like 2 more years, which I thought was really funny. But yeah,
so who do we choose for this
I think
one?
that I mean I haven't seen season 2 or 3 yet, but I think that Cecil is more underused than Omni-Man.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
To be fair, he gets a lot in season 3.
Right.
He
I will
does.
say.
but Cecil does.
Yeah.
But, like-
But Omni-Man gets a lot in season 1.
right. He gets a lot
So I
more
guess
in
I
season
can't really
one.
have because I haven't seen season 3.
I definitely want to say Cecil because like I mean like I love Omni-Man obviously, but Cecil is just like has a special place in my heart. Like
Well, why
he's
don't-
such a
Why don't we talk about Hornet
kid.
though? Because I do feel like Hornet gets the least amount out of these characters.
Yeah.
me during season 3 of Invincible. Where is Omni-Man?
Yeah.
That
Where
really
is
made me
Cecil?
laugh.
Yeah.
where is Cecil?
Okay, yeah, but Hornet is like so they have 2 scenes and they have like like in Hollow Knight, there's always like this inkling of like a greater story with them going on, right?
But you have to also remember, Hornet has 2 boss fights.
True,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess you can make an
Spoilers.
argument for almost every character in Hollow Knight in that regard. Then,
Yeah.
but Hornet definitely has something going on, like that really would be fun to explore. And again, they're going to do that. But like in terms
and
of Hollow
she
Knight
appears in the final boss area.
1. I know, but I'm not
All
like,
of these
but-
characters, it's like they have so much screen time, but at the same time,
It's just because we like.
Well, it's
them.
because they
What
have
is it
them.
about
They have them in their like own
Mhm.
parts.
yeah.
I just imagine them in the audience right now with their fingers crossed, like
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
imagine like during like the Grammys or like the Emmys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone, they're all up on stage. Like, okay, so who do we give the award to?
But
Yeah.
I feel like we've learned more about Omni-Man than we've learned about Cecil.
True, but I don't know.
Because like Cecil, we got like I can't say that.
It's okay.
I think Omni-Man's out of the question. He doesn't get the award, but I don't know. I think we need more workshopping between Hornet
Yeah.
and Cecil.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly.
It's hard to. We can throw season 3 spoilers out the window for just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but like for the sake of discussion, right? Like
So we
get his origin.
We get his
story.
like origin story,
okay.
like to why he looks like the way he does.
Interesting.
Like his
and,
face.
and just his overall like morals. We learn about like what
Okay.
his goals are and everything.
does that make up for the lack of like? Because obviously he has like is
I
like a
don't know.
plot, but like does that make up for the lack of him not having his own like personal story, right? Because
I think it does,
I think-
just because of how
Really?
well it's done.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's done well.
Because a lot of his stories revolve around Debbie or around Don, like you know what I mean.
True.
Like he's in tandem with other characters,
Mhm.
but does he ever really like? Does that make up for him never
Well,
having
this-
to do anything for himself?
He never. Well, to be fair, in his backstory, he never really did it for himself. He did it.
Right. You learn why he's doing what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's up to you guys. It doesn't really. I think both of them are pretty even.
Yeah.
But whoever
Right.
you think the award should go to.
Well, it's hard to say because I haven't seen season 3 yet, obviously. But I think if we give it to an invincible character, then we can't do more down the line.
So no
Yeah.
more after this. Then.
Right, unless we decide to give it to Hornet, which I know is kind of a silly reason, but you know what? I think we should give it to Cecil because Hornet is getting. We can't just ignore the fact that they are getting another game.
Yeah.
So maybe that if we take that into account, Cecil definitely
Because we don't
gets
know
ignored.
what Cecil's getting next.
And I guess an argument in your favor, Hunter, of Cecil is that Cecil gets a ton of screen time, obviously, in the first part of season 3, but then he's pretty absent until like the end of the season. So I guess
Sea salt.
Yeah.
I need you, sea salt.
This is a bit more straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
And you might regret a certain character you already chose, but most powerful.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, because Goku.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Goku's probably the most powerful of all time.
Yeah. No.
Super Shenron.
Super Shenron. You don't even know who that is.
I do. I seen that was the first Dragon Ball related clip I'd ever saw. Because I was like, whoa, giant dragon. That's cool.
Yeah.
Really powerful. There is somebody that
I already said Omni-Man, so I can't do Omni-Man.
Donkey Kong.
Really?
No.
No. There's character that I'm thinking of.
Oh, actually, Super Mario.
No.
He is very overpowered.
He is pretty overpowered.
Minecraft Steve.
I mean, he's
Minecraft Steve is pretty good.
He's really strong.
But Mario has opened black holes.
Steve would be able to do the same thing if they allowed it in Minecraft.
But they
don't. You know how strong he is?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't.
Like, he can hold probably the amount of a black hole would weigh in his hand.
I feel like
his inventory is like, he can hold... So, okay.
He can't hold a lot. He can fly.
His inventory, he can,
in
like,
creative mode,
hold a...
he has limits.
Golden apple, right? Mm-hmm. Well, he can tap into that, though. Think about it. He can go to space and breathe in space.
But only if he's in creative mode.
No, in survival he can breathe in space. What does you think the end takes place? It's in space.
Oh, I thought it was like another world, like because you go through like a portal.
Yeah, but it's in space.
Okay. Well.
There's stars and stuff like that would make it space, I feel like.
Yeah, because stars are only in space.
I mean, they kind of are.
I'm going to end this argument because none of it matters because I'm saying Kratos.
Oh.
But Steve.
Yeah, Mario was kind of a weird. Considering that there were like Mario opens black holes, but there are characters who like eat black holes.
Now that all of our nominations
Why did
are
he
out
not
there,
say Kirby?
Well, I was going to say, now that none of our nominations are out there, I want to say it's weird that none of us thought of Doom Guy. You know?
Oh, yeah, because...
He's probably the only one...
he would be stronger.
Wait, okay, so could I change from Mario to Kirby, though? Because I think
if we're changing our characters, then I'm going to say Doom Guy.
Okay, then I think this may spark a more interesting argument. Sorry, I know they're all getting excited.
Yeah, never mind.
Our official nominations are Kirby...
And Doom Guy and Kratos. Well, Kratos kills you. Or not Kratos. Doom Guy kills you.
Yeah. Well, does he?
Yes.
Kirby eats...
Doom Guy has been killing demons for thousands of years. He stood up to...
Kratos has been killing gods. Who was more stronger?
He also killed God with his bare hands.
Doom did?
Yeah, Doom Guy killed God. He faced God and said, okay, you're dead, and killed him.
Kirby would just...
With his bare hands.
Wait, Kirby was killing demons. Why would he want to kill God?
Well, because God was evil. I don't know the exact lore behind it, but God was evil in this sense.
I trust you that Doom Guy's... I've heard how powerful
But Kirby can just eat him and then get Doom Guy's power. Then he's powerful as Kirby and Doom Guy.
That's a good point.
He would have to be able to swallow him, though.
Kirby has a bottomless stomach.
The issue is catching Doom Guy.
He's a small piece of an actual
Would Doom Guy be able to get him? That's the thing. Kirby be able to catch Doom Guy in his mouth.
Yeah, it's a vacuum. It's like...
Yeah, but
See, look,
what if Doom Guy just dodges to the right?
Kirby rotates his body.
This is so dumb.
This is a really bad argument.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, this is very...
it just depends.
Kirby has exploded multiple
It depends
gods,
on if
and it's just Tuesday for him.
It depends on how fast Doom Guy can move, right?
And okay, so because if Doom Guy kills gods, right? But Kirby is already a god.
That is true.
Again, we said Doom Guy kills gods,
right?
So if he's mind you, he's a normal human being that fights gods. Yours is a character that fights gods, and he is basically a god.
Okay, would you rather go up against Doom Guy or Kirby?
Neither, honestly.
Well, no, I would. Or Kratos. I forgot about Kratos.
Well, it depends on which Kratos you're talking about, like the young Kratos or the old Kratos.
Well, definitely not
Doom Guy.
Kratos,
you could reason with old Kratos and be like, please don't kill me.
He's like, okay.
He's like nicer.
Yeah,
but...
I don't...
Then I think that kind of takes...
I don't want... But the thing is...
I guess so, it does.
But the thing is, Kirby, he's not going to do anything to me unless I'm doing something to him. Doom Guy would probably just kill me.
That is true. Kirby only really is mean if, like, there's bad things actually happening. Doom Guy would just... Is, like,
but I guess
savage.
if we're looking at our, like... If we're looking at it as in, like, we're evil in this sense, I think, well, because Doom Guy wouldn't really attack. Well, no, Doom Guy just does move people, and he does kill people for just... They're in his way. I don't know.
I mean, Kirby, like, kills beings that can split in half and open black holes. Like, and I don't like keep bringing up black holes, but like
Black holes.
right, like Kirby has like cosmic power. Does cosmic power beat raw strength?
It beat like
if
strength
the-
as in like just
He doesn't have just like raw strength. He is like superhuman,
it's
like
obviously
super
like
superhuman.
supernatural. But does that beat cosmic strength?
I don't
That's
know.
that's the real root of the
That's
question.
the question.
here.
That is-
This
I want
is
to.
a
I'm gonna
good
look.
debate.
I want to look up
Yeah.
how strong Doom Guy is.
See, what we need is just a show or something, or somebody to just answer like who would beat who, so
That's
we can
why-
get an idea of where all these
Well,
characters.
I
they
think
have
that's
that
what
kind
Super
of-
Smash Bros is trying to be, but like doesn't
Yeah.
really like work because you know.
You're playing as
Yeah.
it's you who like
Yeah, and
That's-
all of these. Well,
I don't believe that for a second. It says he can easily. Oh, it says he can easily lift objects that weighing over 200,000
who's that
pounds. Doom Guy.
Doom guy.
okay, but Kirby
200,000 pounds. That makes. That doesn't sound. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot, but like at the same time,
Kirby
that's,
can-
it says easily pick up that. So like
Kirby can transform into a car.
you can lift 10 to,
Yeah.
That's a really good ability.
Mm.
Does Doom Guy have the ability to
he
transform
can
into a car?
he can take a gun. He can hold a gun that can destroy. That can shoot us through the surface of Mars. Yeah, it can. He can pick it up, and he'll use it as a weapon. So yeah, I think he'd be fine.
Interesting.
Hold on.
Yes.
Boom. Kirby with a gun.
Oh no! The most powerful form.
Yet if he shot him with a gun, it would
Here's
do
a better
nothing.
picture. Different angle.
Yeah. The budget really went to that first picture.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. This is like what happens in Unstoppable Force meets an immovable object. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
this is a really hard argument to make.
I don't know.
because like again, he just kills. Okay, okay. I looked it up, and it says the Slayer destroys Kirby. He's a multiversal 7 and above.
Well, what did you look up?
Would Kirby or Doomslayer win in a fight?
Is
And
that,
it says
is it-
he has killed the creator of all creation and the Dark Lord of Hell, Davoth.
I don't know what that meant, but
Well, I'm kind of out of this argument because I don't know enough about any of these about these characters, so I don't know.
oh, I thought you were gonna say
no,
something.
No, it's up to you guys.
You were
really.
like, "Well, I'm out of this argument,
yeah,
so I'm out."
Yeah,
Like, I thought you were gonna
I'm
say-
done.
Yeah, you're like Mark Cuban over here.
yeah. So it's really. Up to
I
you
don't
guys.
know.
If
I don't
I
know.
had to
It just
weigh in,
depends on, I guess, because like Kirby, like certain things say Kirby wins, but some things say
Right. I
that
mean, everyone's
he-
gonna have a different opinion, right? Like,
Yeah.
What if we just give it to both of them? That kind of defeats the purpose.
What
though.
if Kirby eats Doom Guy and then we give that form of Kirby the award?
Oh,
Like it's both of them, right? Technically.
okay, yeah.
But yeah,
so Kirby
here-
Doom.
Are you okay with that
This is-
technicality?
Yeah, sure,
I
I
think this
guess.
is a good cause for exception from
Yeah.
just giving one person the award. you know?
Okay. And also we could do some engagement. We could ask the audience what they think.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Does the Doom
Well, I mean,
guy?
like, put a poll on Spotify.
Yeah, I'll
and
put a
ask
poll.
next
but,
episode.
Here's the question though: does Doom guy win against Kirby?
Yeah, or
There
does
you go.
Kirby win against Doom Guy?
Good question.
They're both very difficult
Yeah.
questions to
Yeah.
ask.
Okay.
All right, that was good. That was the most like
Yeah.
goodest. I'm gonna put question
Goodest.
mark for that one.
Yeah.
And then here's a funny one. Least powerful.
Ooh,
Who's the least powerful?
Toby from The Office.
He's
I
least
think.
I think he's
powerful.
pretty strong, actually. No,
You
I think
think so?
Michael from The Office.
We can't nominate Toby again.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, Michael from The Office is pretty weak. He's like a little baby.
Yeah.
Weakest.
Interesting.
But
okay.
no, I'm not gonna choose Michael. But
I'm gonna do.
Toad from
Manaka
Monaco.
Manaka.
from
Who's that?
Dragon Ball.
Who's who?
Manaka is basically so.
See, he's so
Beerus-
unpowerful you don't even remember.
Yeah. Exactly.
Beerus made a
Oh,
like
it's from Super. That's it.
he like told Goku that the most powerful person he's ever fought was a guy named Manaka. Manaka is actually really weak.
Oh.
And he just said that to Goku so that he would like keep getting stronger and stronger to make Goku believe that he isn't like the strongest person he's ever fought.
But is he weaker than Mickey Mouse?
I would say yes.
Mickey Mouse.
That's my
Mickey Mouse is
nomination.
pretty strong.
Mickey Mouse. You just
I feel like-
you just accidentally made a Game Grumps reference. They say Mickey Mouse like that.
Well,
Mickey
because
Mouse.
because Mickey Mouse is the protagonist of his own story, so I feel like that adds a little bit of power anyway. You know, like
well, I mean, yeah, like theoretical power, like power in terms of like he's more like on like the scale of like
right,
you know,
more important
but
because
more
it's
important,
his story,
right? But like he's Mickey Mouse, like
yeah,
like you think that he's gonna throw a punch and win?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, he hangs out with Donald, so I guess like maybe he just learned some things because Donald's always going ballistic.
He is
True.
depicted as an amateur fighter who is prone to fainting.
But he's in Dragon Ball. I feel
But
like every single character in Dragon Ball is more powerful than most.
That's a good point.
He survives a punch from Goku in base.
Okay,
That doesn't make you strong though, because there's a lot of characters that can survive. I feel like Bulma could survive a punch from Goku in base.
Could Mickey Mouse survive a punch?
Yes, most definitely.
What?
Toon
I
Force.
don't know about that.
Does he not have a whole game
Could-
where he fights people?
Could Plankton survive
Oh.
against a punch against a Goku?
Yeah, I feel like he.
A
maybe could.
plankton? You know,
Oh, a
swallow plankton? No, like plankton isn't. That's what he is, though. A plankton. You know,
Yeah.
you can barely even see him.
Right.
I feel like in terms of like power within SpongeBob, Plankton has failed so many times to do what his
True,
goal
yeah.
is. That's why the show is so long. Is because Plankton, because the antagonist of the show just sucks. They're always beating him.
That's why that's why everyone hates that show.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm nominating Plankton.
Plankton.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, because we haven't really seen Mickey Mouse in any like intense scenarios.
I
You
know.
what
Does he not have does he not fight in Final Fantasy? Not
Does
Final
he?
Fantasy or what?
Oh,
What is that?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
He
That
does.
is true, but
That's what it was. That's I can't remember the name of the game.
I didn't think about Kingdom Hearts.
Plankton
Yeah,
is
that's what I was like. Are you sure?
Plankton's the only character out of these I feel like that doesn't like have fighting power. You know.
I mean, he's the final boss of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Dang it! which I
You remember that one movie where he
played.
got? Remember that one movie where he got superpowers?
Oh yeah.
No,
Well,
don't bring it up because he hates that movie. Remember?
I don't. Like
Okay,
that.
so what?
I don't know why I remember
It
that.
still
but that was,
exists
One of our
in this-
first episodes, you were like, you get dock points because you brought up that movie, and I hate that movie.
Yeah.
Well, remember,
I'll direct Austin quote.
but it does exist. That is a version of Plankton that exists in the
It's
world.
true.
He turned into like the Hulk.
But again, I feel like anybody in Dragon Ball, like you said, is more powerful than anybody in SpongeBob. I mean, they're fish.
So,
SpongeBob.
but I also just saw that in the comment, or somebody said that he survives a punch from base Goku, which Krillin couldn't do, which I do not believe.
I was actually thinking of
I don't-
nominating Krillin.
He
He dies so many times.
so does Yamcha though.
That's true, yeah, and they kind of just stop using Yamcha at a certain point.
But like I don't know how true that is in that thing though, because I do not believe that Krillin would die from a single punch from base Goku.
I don't know.
Hard
So
to say.
I don't know how to believe. I don't know how.
I
to
think
believe
at
that.
the end of the day, Mickey Mouse has done less to prove his strength.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I forgot. All right. Then I don't know.
The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Plankton is losing against a literal sea sponge.
Sea sponge?
Have you seen a sea sponge?
They're pretty strong.
I thought he was just a sponge.
No, SpongeBob is a sea sponge.
Oh.
That's why, like, the
Yeah.
original SpongeBob was called Sponge Boy, and he looked more like
And
a sea sponge.
even when Plankton builds like that massive robot at the end, like of Battle for Bikini Bottom, like he still loses.
Right. And he has wits to do stuff like that, but he doesn't really have strength.
Yes,
So
that is true.
I think it honestly goes
I think
to
I
Plankton.
think it goes to Plankton.
Are we okay
Yeah.
giving it to Plankton?
Yeah.
Plankton.
And he comes on my
Alright.
stage and he's like, I can't do the Plankton voice. I almost whatever. All right, so this is what I was talking about. Most evil.
Most evil.
Most
Um,
evil character.
Most evil character.
Wait a second.
I have one.
Who's most evil character?
Jack Horner from
Oh!
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh, that's a really
He's
good one.
irredeemably evil, and
Who
it's
is
comical.
evil? I forgot, that's
Like
such a good
the
Who is very evil?
You're interrupting him to say nothing.
yeah, Jack Horner. He's just it's the whole point of his character is that they make it seem like maybe he'll have like some kind of redeeming quality because usually they do in those animated movies.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He's just purely evil.
That's so good.
He's
Like,
a great
we need more
character,
movies
though.
Like that.
Yeah.
What about Goku Black?
Yeah.
Or Zamasu?
Well, I don't really remember why is Goku Black doing what he's doing.
Oh no, he's doing it for the fun of the game.
Oh,
like
he's
he's
like,
just
killing
doing it for the
people.
fun of the game. Like one of his,
Interesting.
I have one of his quotes. It's.
I mean, obviously, Omni-Man, we already nominated him.
Yeah. And
his
I don't think
quotes
he's that.
That is true.
evil.
He has a lot more humanity.
One of his quotes is literally, "Death is a blessing for foolish human beings."
Judge Holden from Blood Meridian.
I'm actually reading that book right now.
Are you actually?
I am.
Isn't it good?
I'm like on chapter 14, I think.
I want to read it.
It's very good. It's a very hard read, though.
I know because I haven't read it, but I watched a video essay about it. Oh, I'm one of those people. But I am going to read it someday. Yeah, Wendigoon.
I started that video is what made me want to read it because I didn't watch the video.
But isn't it like he the way he writes is like
it's very
continuous sentences,
the sentences. There's one paragraph where it's a paragraph, but it's all one sentence.
Yeah, I know.
And it's crazy.
It's very weird. But I just know that Judge Holden is just like known for being
he's very evil.
Similar to Jack Horner, just like evil, and there's like no redeeming.
I mean, if you nominate Judge Holden, you win.
Yeah, well, I win.
All right, it goes to Judge Holden then. I mean, Judge Holden is literally renowned like as the most evil character.
I know. I was trying to think. I was like, I know there's a character I'm thinking of that is super duper duper evil. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was him. I'm gonna show Hunter a picture of Judge Holden, and I want him to decide.
Lots of people. They haven't even made a Blood Meridian movie because of how awful the things Judge Holden does are. Like they can't even be shown.
Look at this man. Oh, that's my mom. That's a text
I've
from my
seen
mom.
that like 30 times. I've seen that picture multiple times.
That's a picture of me.
What? But yeah, Judge Holden is.
I guess we can have Judge Holden win.
Yeah, I
he
think
looks very happy about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he loves. Literally, one of Judge Holden's quotes is. Things that exist without my permission are not allowed to exist, or something like that.
So much.
Like it's.
Is it permission or?
Yeah, or without my consent.
Yeah, was it?
That
that
sounds like a very Goku Black thing.
Like the whole point, the whole point of his character is that he needs to have the knowledge of everything, or they don't get to exist.
I'm going to speed things up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to take out. We have two more categories here.
Mm-hmm. Judge Holden, you're nominated. He comes up and kills everybody.
Yeah, he comes up and then
you don't all exist to me.
And he's like 8 foot tall or something. Like
he's very tall and he's like very childlike, but there's no skin or there's no skin on his body. There's no hair on his body.
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
like the equivalent of like a kid who like loves to like crush bugs all the time for like fun.
Yeah.
Like that's just how he feels about life in general.
Yeah,
you know,
like Briny.
Who?
Briny.
Briny.
Oh, from Dexter, yeah. Okay,
lad.
who's next up?
Yes.
Or what category?
Best theme song.
Oh, well, I'm nominating Dexter.
I never heard the song.
You know the theme?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Was that it?
You don't like that?
It's good. It's not the best theme.
That's just who I thought of off
I'm
rip.
thinking of like what's his Spider-Man 209. Like the.
Oh yeah, 2009.
But for me, it's gonna. That's not my nomination. But for me, it's gonna be the.
Okay, I have a better one.
Hisoka. Sorry.
Who?
Hisoka.
From
Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Think about a character that like their theme song. It's a really good song, and like when it plays, like you just feel like that is the character. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like this is my nomination, but think of like.
Is there a way?
Papyrus's theme from Undertale. Like
Right.
that is like. Him.
Is there a way I could play it and you can just like edit this part away so I can like play it for you so you can hear what it sounds like? Okay.
Okay.
This is.
Hunter's dancing for us.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds like Oh yeah, you played it for me before because it's similar to Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought they had the same thing.
I hate to just keep nominating characters from this movie, but I'm gonna do Death from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. His whistle theme, it's so good. I love that theme. Yeah. And I guess it's not. It is kind of a theme though because at first it's just a whistle, but it actually plays in his final fight song, and it's really good.
I love when things do that. Yeah, but for me, like video games, I've always been the epitome of like character theme writing.
Right.
Like with like these, I always immediately go to Azrael Jr. from Undertale. And he's like do 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 do, which is like that like
Megalovania.
It's such an emotional melody. And it's hard to rank obviously because you guys haven't like interacted with it in a long time. But man, like
who did you nominate again?
And that's what I'm nominating. Is Azrael Dreamer's theme. It's called his theme, or memory. There's two different versions of it.
Well, I'll allow mine to be forfeit just because I mean Undertale themes are very.
They're renowned for being.
Yeah.
I can play. Actually, Toby Fox allows you to play.
I just like Hisoka's.
I shouldn't say okay. Toby Fox doesn't allow you to play his songs, but he allows you to digitally recreate them. He says, like, if you digitally recreate my songs, then I won't know. So I digitally recreated this song for you all to hear.
Yes.
He's
not winking at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Don't say that. Toby Fox might hear this.
Yes. Okay, go for it.
Just like a memory, just so you can remember what it sounds like.
That's his theme.
Yeah,
I hear that all the time, and I never even.
And it plays during his fight when he's like getting emotional because like you're the only friend he has left.
Right.
Because he's calling like crazy and stuff, and like he feels lonely, and it's like you think you're fighting this god, but really he's just a lonely person who just wants everything to die.
I'm fine giving it to that. That was a good explanation.
It's a really really good piece, and I really want it to show.
And I hear that that's like a theme that's like engraved in my brain.
I know.
And I'm not even that big of an Undertale fan, but that song is just like you instantly know what it is.
It's because like Toby Fox is just. I've never met. He has a crazy brain where he can like he writes he writes the themes first, and then I think bases the characters around them. I think is what he said, which to me is like it makes the soundtrack so important, and I think that is really like a thing that a lot more.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But like he is like in terms of character themes, like the way he writes them is just brilliant. So we'll say Azrael Dreamer.
Yes.
And because like it's used in other songs too, like during Flowey's fight, because Flowey is Azrael Dreamer. Like you can hear it in the background, like very very faintly playing on like bells during. It's just pretty cool. All right, and the finale, this is the best one. Like this is the big final category.
Okay.
Right, best written character.
Ooh man. Okay.
Ooh, that's difficult.
Well, dang it! I already nominated on.
I know,
and I've literally said that's the character I think is.
I know, but you, I mean, there's another show that you really like that's really well written characters.
I'm ready for my arrival.
Is there?
Worm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. But which character from that show would I like to nominate?
I'd like to say Gon, honestly. He's written pretty well.
Interesting.
It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I'm gonna say Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
Dang it.
And I was deciding.
Well, goodbye, Gon.
I was deciding whether I should do Walter or Jesse, but I think Jesse because I don't know. It's just I like his character more in my opinion, just because he's someone who you should just on the surface not root for at all, because he's a drug dealer and he sells drugs and he's in this whole underground kind of world and he does bad things and he's made his own decisions and gotten himself here, but you still really feel for him because he is the most human really out of all the characters, and he is the least deserving of his fate in the show, and it's just really really brutal what happens to him. But never mind. Yeah, I'm just have to say Jesse, just because he in not only best written, but it also really goes to Aaron Paul's performance is what really sells the character. But I'm gonna nominate.
I mean that can be part of like best. I guess my best written, rather really, is just like best character. You know what I mean? Like overall. Because I mean, writing is the biggest part of it, but writing can also include like the way it's portrayed and stuff, or they're portrayed. I don't know. I actually probably should have thought about this one more.
This guy had all the time to do this.
Well, I mean, I think it's more authentic this way. Yeah. I obviously Omni-Man is like the perfect, like best written character. I don't know. This is a hard category because there's so many really well written characters out there, and I feel like there's so many that like I know everyone says are really great that I just haven't interacted with. Like Walter White, like I know that apparently he's an amazing character, but I don't know enough about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. This is a hard one for me.
Well, who are you nominating?
Gon from Hunter x Hunter. He's like the main character. Like he starts off as like a somewhat like naive kid. He doesn't like. Towards the beginning, no matter like what happens to him, like he doesn't hate anyone. Like in the Hunter exam, this one guy like literally he's a ninja. He's a shinobi. Yeah. And he makes like the people that he fights to hate him. He wants them to hate him, but he gave up because Gon showed no hate, even though he broke his arm and he put like a knife to his head, and he showed no hate towards him. Okay. And then towards like the ending of the show, he hates Neferpito. Like he goes from this like he goes from this kid who doesn't like hate anything, but he kills the aunt, like the why is that person
It's
just?
my mom.
Oh, okay. I was so confused.
It's okay.
But like he goes from this kid, again, he goes from the kid who like doesn't hate anyone, is like naive kind of, to someone who's sacrificing almost everything he has for a friend.
That's interesting. I mean, that's hard. It's hard. I feel like it's so rare that like shows even or not even shows, just like things in general attempt to have a character like have like a tonal shift like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's interesting. It's kind of cool. I really can't think of any besides like Scooby Doo. Like for some reason,
Best written?
No,
Scooby-Doo.
But no, but like you know, do you ever like try to think of like something like someone asks you a question and like there's something that just constantly pops in your head and like you know it's not the answer, but like you can't stop thinking. That's how I'm right now. Like for some
Is
reason,
that who you're nominating?
I can't stop thinking about Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo, you're nominated.
All right, yeah, come on up
Well, I think Scooby Doo loses.
here. Oh, row Raggy.
Unfortunately,
I don't know. He's you know, he goes through a lot of development throughout the show.
I
don't know if he does.
I don't know if he does. He's scared of
I
the
don't think
entire
he's ever had
I'm
a
saying
character.
buzzwords, guys.
the
Bear with
entire
me.
the entirety of the show. He's scared of everything. It doesn't change.
How about? Ooh, I got a good one.
Who's that?
Macbeth from the play.
That is a good one.
Macbeth.
Ooh, yeah.
He's known as one of the best written characters.
Uh-huh. He's Shakespeare, so I mean,
And that makes him more.
yeah, because Macbeth, like, is representative of like a lot of like his story. It can be like put in different like perspectives, right? Like he wants to gain power, but like in order to do that, like he like betrays everyone around him and kills everyone around him, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that like in another sense, like that can be attributed to a lot of things in life. You know what I mean? Not just power, but like you know. But I think that makes for a really well written character that can be so relatable in so many different ways.
True.
And also be very very good character in their own right. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my nomination.
Okay.
What do we think?
Well, it's hard to.
I'm just crying.
It's
right
hard.
Nah, you're just yawning.
now? Oh, your eyes are watering.
Yeah, because I yawn.
It's hard to go against Macbeth. I mean, that is Shakespeare.
But Jesse Pinkman.
I do love Jesse Pinkman. I mean, Jesse Pinkman's one of my favorite characters, but is he more well written than Macbeth? I don't know.
I think
Hey,
I like him more.
Macbeth is like a classic. Like you know, like a lot of other characters after that can be attributed to like Shakespeare.
I also just didn't have
true.
any fun reading any of Macbeth.
I know
so-
Hunter hated reading Macbeth.
I'm fine giving it to Macbeth, but
I'm fine giving it to
Let's give it to Macbeth. You did. It was Shakespeare's birthday last week, by the way. So
this is like a present to him?
yeah, I suppose. It's
Well,
like a present.
I don't. I take it away. I do not want to give it to Macbeth. I want to give it to Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, we're not doing that.
Well, yes.
Jesse Pinkman got second, but that is a hard. I think that category on a different day it would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think that was
On
fun,
a
though. I think
different
that
day
went
it'd be
well.
different.
The ones I deleted were just for some like behind the scenes. Never mind. There's no undo button on here, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I know. It
Oh, well.
sucks. There needs to
That
be an
sucks.
undo button in notes. It's
Yeah,
so dumb.
seriously.
There is.
No, not on like the notes app.
Yeah.
Mine works perfectly fine. I have an undo button on mine.
All right.
You
Well,
want me to
we'll
show
do
you?
this after because my mom's here, so we got to go. But that was a good episode for being impromptu. I think it was
It was
good.
pretty
It was fun.
bad.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I enjoyed the topic. I think that like Kirby versus. Oh, what the heck! I don't have that on mine. I think that Kirby versus Doom guy it was a pretty
Yeah,
big
that
debate.
was.
I think that's something that more people need to think about more.
Yeah.
It's very
Who
important.
would win, you know?
Yeah, who would win?
All
right, well-
Kratos.
Not Kratos. Not
Really?
Kratos.
Not Kratos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're about to sign off, so I'm sorry that you guys didn't win, but you're not fictional characters, so
No.
you weren't
Yep.
even you couldn't even be nominated.
Nope.
Or, and all the fictional
And to
characters.
all of you sitting in the audience
Y'all
who
suck.
came and didn't get a single nomination or anything, why did you even show up?
Yeah, exactly. you know.
That was it's your fault.
Yeah.
So goodbye.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we all
goodbye.
get killed by the most powerful ones.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 3, 2, 1.
Peace
out, media junkies.